Hello, hello, and welcome back to Zelda Speedruns. My name is Zenu, and I'm going to be your brief streamer today. Today, we have a game two of another winner's bracket semifinal race. This one's against Rick and Jazz. Race one was not restreamed, but Rick took it on comps today. We got Alex and we got Magnusley, and they're going to take it away from here.
Yeah, what's up?
Thank you, Zenu.
Yeah, thanks. Shout out to our trackers too. Jade and Cube David.
Yeah, for sure.
Always appreciate our trackers. But yeah,
Uh,
game two. I don't know how much you caught of game one, Magnus, but it was a very close match, I think. It came down to the wire.
yeah, I only caught the ends really, but I'm not quite sure, but I felt like from what I gathered from it was that Jazz might have accidentally soft locked himself out of his light arrows in game one.
Yeah, so he forgot to get rid of storage in 3 blocks room and had to come back for that, and I think that lost him enough time where Rick was able to pull ahead and have a comfortable high roll lead. I wouldn't say comfortable, it was like a couple minutes. But a good lead. So that was the story of game one. But yeah.
Now we're gonna see game two,
Yep. In 50 seconds.
and maybe even later we'll see a game three.
True.
Who knows?
Yeah, if Jazz takes this one, his best of 3, so it will go to a game 3. I always hope for that for more Wind Waker action. Love
I
to see it.
believe they are also doing it today.
Yeah,
Straight
they are,
after.
right after this. I think triple headers are very exciting to watch from an audience perspective, so fingers crossed.
No, for sure, for sure. So they're doing just standard season 6 stuff. No arrays today. I think, right? Yeah, no.
Yep.
No arrays.
No RAs.
So yeah. And we're off.
Alright, that's a spicy start.
Angular start. And there's a spiky on Angular. Ooh.
Normally I'm a fan of read your hints before you go do the check on the island, but whatever. Both owners are doing it, so neither one loses time.
Did Rick just try to roll clip?
I know there's a few spots you can roll clip up to the top that you wouldn't think you could. I know Jarhead does one, another block.
Angular on the path to Jalhalla.
Whoa! Crazy. We got ourselves a nice tingle statue outside. And no clue what's on the inside, however.
Southern dead. Earth Temple dead. Earth Temple dead. Tingle Island dead. So this Tingle statue is worthless.
Yep. So it's whatever's inside Angular is our path to Godan. Not Godan. Jalhalla. Keep an eye
That's
on that.
interesting because what, like, could that be?
I don't know.
Considering-
Rick?
Ooh.
Rick forgot to talk to the Kingbird Lions, so he can't do anything with the storage. He can't do the swim. So
Oh
unfortunately,
no.
yeah, he's gonna have to wait on Western Ferry. We know where Hammer is. It's somewhere in Tot G, so depending on how late that is, that could be pretty rough. If Western Ferry ends up having something.
Yeah, I mean, isn't there a good chance that if he knows Boomer strats, yeah,
Well,
actually,
yeah, I mean, you saw
is
Jazz do it
joined
just here. He didn't talk to the Kingbird Lions, but instead got storage over on the sledge over here, and he's gonna swim. Slightly different angle than you usually see.
There's a chance that inside of Angular there's just a pearl to enter Taji.
At least you know you don't have to worry about magicless or leafless Tot G floor 1 skip. That's one of the nice things about that being path to... Oh, it's not path, sorry. It's path to Jalhalla.
Yeah. It's path to Jalhalla, so it could be pointing to the the Skullhammer.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, it could.
This point, it could be anything. It's
Yeah,
funny though.
pretty
There's
early.
Tingle statue and then Ankle is just dead.
Like Rick Schmidty doing the Night Windfall typical route. Peek that transparent chest. I don't think he talked to Tot, but he's going to be doing Mila while turning on the windmill and storing a door. This is your typical stuff you do.
Ban a deed in Western.
We stored another statue inside Mother and Child, unfortunately, so 2 junk statues so far.
Yeah. Early checks that are junk. Let's see what the boys got for us.
Yep, that's one of the nice things about doing this swim to Western Ferry. You get the salvage core. Otherwise, it's a little awkward to route in salvage core because if they show up at Horseshoe, they show up at Eastern Triangle Island, which I don't even think I've seen anybody get this tournament. They show up at Poprint and Northern Triangle. And most of those are awkward, so Poprint's the least awkward, but it's not something you rush really.
Yeah. You preferably don't want to like double dip Poprint, of course.
Yeah, that's the big thing. Speaking of big things, how about that magic meter on Mila? I mean, getting that right away, that's very nice. That'll help you out with the rest of the siege, provided we can find our leaf or Fire and Ice sooner rather than later. So, always great to see that. And both runners are going to be getting it as well, so no advantage to either runner at this point where that magic meter was.
It's a pearl. Do need those. It's the best pearl as well.
Yeah. It's useful pearl in the game. It's not a high bar to set, but it gives us some mail at least. I was trying to get storage in an unconventional storage spot. You usually see runners get the other side of that little walkway there. Gets it fast enough, doesn't have to worry about Mila. He should be fine here.
Yeah, he's fine. Wonder if he's gonna grab Tot before Formula. Oof.
Now this does get a little tight in terms of timing, I think.
Yeah, a little bit.
I tend to not prefer this route because you've got a few tries before Mila comes over. But Jazz makes it look easy, so not going to be caught.
Yeah. Bottle.
Yeah.
Very nice. Save Grandma. Grandma percent.
Yeah. Before we even go to outset, both runners will be able to just save Grandma and get some soup. Would be very nice for refilling that magic meter that we've got. Can't forget the epic gamers, Golden Devil. Got lots of epic gaming going on currently.
Very true.
Yeah, epic gaming montage waiting for Mila.
Thanks for the boots, Tingle. These are absolutely useless.
Piece of art. Not quite the Tingle statues on Tingle that we're used to, but those are foolish as well, so I guess it's in the same spirit of things.
Yeah.
And in the maze, wow.
Also nothing.
Wonder if we'll see either runner opt to do hide and seek here, or if we'll see a Northern Fairy play, and then maybe saves come back to Windfall.
Well, Pumpy and Fairy is hinted to be a shard.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. You probably don't do it, but maybe. I don't know. Could be a risk. If either runner's, trying to gamble, Jazz game down, might try and take a risk. I don't know. Hope he was a Picto in there. I don't think he will. It's a very risky play, but you never know.
Yeah, true. Picto could... Oh, Path could be Picto for command. You're so right, and I hate that that is a possibility.
On Rick's side, another well, more junk from in the form of tingle statues. Unlucky.
Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, Command Melody is logically needed for the seed, of course, but I doubt that our runners will be going for it. So
Yeah, let's 2-pick those in. You never know when you're going to find them. If that's all that stands between you and go mode, I mean, for sure, you just go to Earth Temple without it, just fine.
exactly.
Especially since it's hinted barren. Earth Temple is something that you're not going to be clearing much of anyways. So just make those leaf pumps on over and you should be fine.
Yeah, and both of our runners are definitely good enough to
Oh,
do
yeah.
those strats. So alright. Rick deciding to go straight to outset, which is path to Goma, so
Yeah.
and we know that the basement is not a small key, so the path to Goma is also guaranteed to be to be either your grapple or something that leads to your grapple.
Yeah.
No wonky logic, this seed.
How much the grapple really does for us at the moment, but you can get 3 checks here, plus Grandma's, that's 4, and then whatever you decide to do afterwards. I think this is your highest density play, so it makes the most sense.
Yeah, definitely. I don't think the soup is made out of Grandma, no.
Whoa, that's a steal. 20 rupees on Beetle's 20 rupee check. Damn.
Wow.
Beetle
Hey,
knows
kids, you
what his
wanna
stuff is worth.
you wanna know? You wanna trade $20 for $20?
There's no exchange fee either.
Yeah. Kinda, it's a real steal.
I don't wonder if you just buy it there. Rick's got the money in case you find bombs and aren't able to pick up a pair when you get that bait bag. I don't know. It's right there. Maybe I would. Not a big deal though.
We got soup.
10 minutes in. It's pretty good. Pretty fast for season 6.
Yeah.
Fast for any settings, I guess, really.
Got some very good grandchildren here.
Yep. I imagine Jazz will probably follow and Rick's footsteps follow the density.
Mikey? What we got?
Ah, Jabeta that is
jeez.
required, so I guess. Jazz needs to pick up a fairy.
So what if this pearl is our path to Goma and both dungeons are just path to each other?
Yeah, I mean, we're missing 1 pearl for Hop Across to be in logic. That would be a little messed up. It'll all come down
It's
to
possible.
how soon we get Dins.
That is dead. It's the only... Well, it's... Yeah, there's only 2 checks left on set, of course, that are locked behind a lot of items.
I think it's just Big Pig because Outside Great Fairy's dead. So.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you're right. So it's just Big Pig.
Yep.
So there is a very good chance that pearl is path.
Sure is. I can't tell what Rick is peeking. I don't think he could either, so get a closer look here. I can't fucking tell you.
Yeah,
Nope.
I couldn't see either. Any eagle-eyed viewers in chat saw what Rick saw? I sure as hell couldn't see it.
Not sure if he's marked it off on his tracker or not, but I imagine Jazz will peek it, unless I don't think Jazz is a big fan of Diamond Step early. So, especially since you orphaned that horseshoe island check. No clue what that might be.
Oh. We are seeing a door cancel. Interesting.
Yeah, I think at this point, the runner's options aren't great. We've got 2 out of 10 on Windfall, and then the door cancel puts it to 4 out of 10. Versus, we can get currently 5 checks in DRC with a big key chest dead as it is. So, you could do that, but DRC is a little annoying just because you don't really have a pathway back in case something else deeper in DRC is blocking Taji and access, I guess. It'd only be the Pearl at this point, but this will be annoying, so.
Yeah, you're
I'm fine
right
with
about
this.
that.
It's not a. You're not going to be last locationing, pumping there because you know it's into the shard, so
That's
just
true.
come back
That's
later.
true.
Shard on headstone. That would explain why it was very hard to see. I could believe it.
Ooh. That's the case. Then we already know 2 shards, 2 overworld shards.
Yep.
Ooh. Alright. Where are you going, Jazz?
Oh, alright. So he is going for Diamond Step.
Yeah.
This. I'm not the biggest fan of Diamond Step early myself, but if something's here, then that's a very nice advantage for him. Considering how mean the seed has been in terms of giving us items that do stuff.
Yeah. Also, Cliff Plateau being hinted barren, which is...
Oh my
an awful-
god. Disgusting. Yuck. Getting a
That's-
Picto in Lenzo's house is pretty much the best spot you could get a Picto if you don't have one already.
That's yuck. That's just
Never
ew.
punished.
Actually never punished. Yeah, you get the shard here, and
Yeah, and if you assume you don't need command melody, then you don't have to worry about it ever again.
that's absolutely disgusting.
Yeah. Great for Rick, though. Like, that is the best outcome that a play could have had, honestly. So, take those.
It did kind of do nothing for him, though.
Yeah, I mean, it gets you the shards, so you don't have to come back, but it doesn't unlock stuff in terms of actual progression. So, Rick,
Yeah.
I don't think you did. He catch the last kid?
Um,
I don't think.
No.
Yeah, I think you
No.
realized you didn't catch the last kid.
somewhere, Tanjo just has a massive smile on his face
Yep.
now. For absolutely no reason.
Meanwhile, Jazz doing his diamond step early. Doesn't have any good way to do it, so he's got to use the sticks that the Four Masters are throwing. Looks like that
That's
chest is
dead.
wooden. So, see if the other one maybe has something better for him.
Nope. It's just dead. And so are the kids.
I think the seed is really at this point screaming, "Go into Dragonroost Cavern."
Yeah.
Unless we get something here that unlocks a bunch of stuff, which we won't. It's the Tingle Tuner. It's a good meme. Doesn't do too much for us.
I absolutely hate this. Like, just the Sphere Zero DRC.
Yeah, it feels really bad to go into. And knowing the basement's nothing, that likely means that we're going to be able to get a lot of this, unless that chest across Lava Pit is a key that locks the rest of the stuff and there's no more keys. Which even then, I think the runners can do small key skip, so we got more DRC open than I think either runner would like. Which is why they're opting to do these out of logic plays, like Jazz and Jazz is doing Islet of Steel now after doing Diamond Step, and Rick is checking a few more low sphere locations, but after doing that, Pompey and Vera. So
Yeah, like depending on where all the keys are, there's like what 3 checks that they can't do in DRC, and the rest they can.
Wow.
Oh,
What a pickup!
that's really good for him.
Yeah, that's a very nice advantage for Jazz if he goes into DRC with that. We still can't cut down the platform, but it does make that first floor of DRC that ever so nicer, I guess. Ever so slightly nicer.
Yeah, and also opens up a couple other checks that you can do now.
Yeah, opens up vanilla fly across, which I don't think we'll see either runner do, but
Yeah,
it's an
probably
option
not.
in theory. It's a very, very slow option, which is why you never see it done vanilla. You always see it in storage.
And also definitely since it's not actually in logic.
Yeah.
You don't do it ever in this situation.
Yeah.
Rick opting to dip ball print though. Which, hey, quiver.
Let's go. Jazz maybe wanting the other item that actually gives him the bow to shoot the quiver, the arrows from the quiver, but no. Free quiver is a free quiver. That's always nice to get.
Get the boomerang on tree branch to store the boulder. That is a possibility.
That's a fairly large time commitment.
Yeah.
I think you would just go into DRC and hope your projectile of some kind is in here.
It's also that's also not in logic, so
yeah.
Okay.
Rick does not have that leaf, so he cannot get this other chest. I don't know if it was anything or not. Let's see if he marks off his tracker.
I mean, there's open chest or
there is, yeah, it's an option.
But I think he peeked it and he marked it off, so I think it's nothing. Wallet. Interesting.
Yeah. I think at this point, Jazz is going to show us our progression in DRC because I think we're out of in logic locations that aren't in DRC, so it has to be here.
Yeah.
Rick, yeah, gonna follow behind. It makes sense.
I think he probably did go to Crescent Moon and peeked it. I just didn't notice.
Yeah, Rick got, I think, Moblin's letter from Crescent, which doesn't really do anything for us, unfortunately, without that delivery bag to mail it off, or just give it to Maggie.
Wait, where did Jazz get a Master Sword?
Grandma mail had our sword. So Grandma is hard required this seed. Rick saved Grandma as well, but didn't check the mail quite yet. He'll probably do that before he heads into DRC.
And oh my god, a key in the first check of DRC.
Somebody tell Koala.
Crazy.
He loves that joke. Yeah, as you see, Jazz with that leaf and magic, able to leaf across and skip a fair bit of platforming he would otherwise have to do. First floor of DRC.
There we have our first key.
Sense.
If you see another key, then you can pretty much clear everything with your Jazz.
And I think both runners know at this point there's not really going to be any real way to get around doing DRC vanilla, so they're not worried about losing too much time to it. Both runners will have to do it. Both runners. Yeah.
Yeah, there's another key. So yeah. We're good. Actually, I mean Jazz would have been good anyway because he could have gone across the pit, lava pit, but
yep.
Now we know that Rick can also do it.
There's something spiky here.
Ooh.
This is currently out of logic. Rick would have to store a chest to get to this. It's just a shard though, so it doesn't help out too much.
And he decided to take a dip in the the lava.
Yeah, saving his magic, I think. There was magic that he rolled past in the main room with the skulls that you can break near where you shoot down the platform. There's a large magic drop always in there, so he didn't grab that. I don't know if he just didn't know about it or what, but trying to save what little magic he's
Maybe.
got.
Isn't that a rando exclusive thing?
That wouldn't surprise me. There's a lot of random exclusive magic drops that exist just so you can't soft lock yourself, like outside of the mini boss in TWWR. I think that magic's there so that way you can't get stuck without any way back. You run out of
I
magic.
see.
Excluding the save warp, of course, but then you'd have to save warp and go through, entrance again. So it's a long ways back.
Yeah. TWWR just sucks when it comes to backtracking and stuff like that.
Yep.
Should really add some more warp pods in there. Yet to see a path.
Yeah. Still currently fully in logic, so something here has got to be something important soon. Or more keys, which puts more of DRC into logic. Even without the leaf that Rick has. Rick does not have any.
Well, there's a spiky. Let's see what it is. It is a pearl.
Well, that's not what you want to see, but it does open up TWWR access to us for exactly hop across, and that's it.
Oh, comedy. So yeah, DRC path to TWWR and TWWR path to DRC. Let's go.
Yeah, and at that point, I think it just has to be grapple or something that leads to grapple inside TWWR. Not really very exciting for us.
Another dead tingle statue. First bow on hop across possible. It would also suck.
Yeah, it really would. I think at this point we're very shoehorned in, so I don't think the seed can be too kind to us in terms of what we find here. Rick's showing us the pains of DRC forwards, having to wait out that lava cycle before getting knocked down, and then having to go for this roll clip is a bit obnoxious. Jazz got it first try, which is pretty cool, but Rick gets a second try, which is still pretty dang good.
That's interesting. You don't really see that ever.
It's very punishing if you mess it up, because often through the abyss you go and you have to climb up the ladder and wait out the lava cycle again.
Another tingle statue.
That's all 5, which gives us a foolish ankle, so
Yay!
fear 0, except for the Kamali's father one.
Plus bait chests. True. We pretty much have all the bait out of the way already, except for more bottles.
Jazz needs to be a little careful here. Okay, made it across. Nice. And we do see the big key on one side of the boss arena, so
Bombs.
nice.
Out of logic bombs.
Yeah, currently that locks our leaves. There's some other projectile that, or object that allows us to get across that gap. Whether that be grappling hook or hookshot, I think are the 2 main ones. Or fire and ice arrows. So, something to keep an eye on.
Yeah, very nice arrows also works there, doesn't it?
Yep.
DRC is loaded. Yeah, loaded with garbage. Grapple and hop across. Yeah, actually that does make our path guaranteed to be on hop across. Either
With the bomb location where it was, I think so. Trying to think. Unless there's no, I think it's just forced to be. Unless there's something here on mini boss that's allows us access to more. Maybe.
No, because you need bombs for. Oh, hop across another pig though. Imagine.
Yeah, I think no. Yeah, you're right. This could be hookshot, and then that chest becomes in logic, and there's something else in Tot G.
Jasnix with some very nice movement here.
Yeah, this is a very niche strat. You don't see a lot. Again, we don't have the bow to cut down the platform, so we couldn't go through rope bridge the normal way. So Jazz has to come back the way you intended to, which is fine. Just take that storage on over.
All right, Jazz, what did you store? That's dead. Bait bag. Interesting. Interesting.
That puts other stuff in logic that isn't really nice to the runners. Got the shard on top of headstone, which is needed but not useful. And then we've got needle rock chests. We've got chest on top of boulder, and then BPR, I think. But the main ones that puts into logic.
All right. Well. Yeah, you pretty much have to. You just go to Tower of the Gods, right?
Yeah.
Well, I guess not. You don't have to.
I think resolving that path hint is probably the best thing you could do.
Yeah, I would say so.
Something looks like on fly across. So Jazz is going to grab that with a strat you don't see as often, but we can use the leaf and magic. Something slightly faster than swimming and running around the side of the mountain.
Definitely. Yeah, it's very nice. It's also way easier in my opinion. But yeah, no starting magic kind of ruins the chance to use this strat. Which is just hop on the pillar. Easy. Nice and easy. And what do we got? A shield. Yeah, that's not bad. That's good.
Do you need one of those to beat the game?
Rick won't be able to get those bombs. Yeah.
Rick, yeah, leaving without that
are the boss stairs.
Make things very interesting. That out of logic swim to Islet of Steel was turning out to be pretty huge for Jazz.
Yeah, for sure. Where's he going now? He's going...
Probably Crescent. Yeah. Then you can do Crescent, Paw Print into Eastern Ferry. Rick had to leave Eastern Ferry behind. Wonder if he'll get it with storage here.
Yeah, that's... well...
He'll have to do double storage preemptively. But it's an option.
He can do double storage, that's true. Yeah, he can definitely do that. Not sure if he will.
Yeah. Looks like he will not be doing it, so.
Yeah. Oh.
Rick? Oh, he's gonna be doing it this way. Okay. Yeah. There's another method you can use to fly across check it. I think it's a little faster depending on how fast you get it.
Interesting.
It does involve some very precise maneuvering.
Well, yeah, okay. That's the first time I've seen that.
Yeah, I think Jarhead was the one who found that, but I think it's the first time I've seen it in a race done. I think maybe Goldquiver did it the other day.
He got it pretty cleanly, so...
Yeah. He popped right out into the wall. Like, usually one of the scary things about being in the water with storage is, especially here on DRI, is that, you know, you risk drowning if you don't get up in time.
Yeah. Although
But,
in this case, I guess you do have your
yeah,
boat.
you've got the King of Red Lions as a backup, just in case.
Alright, and Rick did peek correctly that the right side of paw print is dead.
Yep.
I'm not gonna lie, I can't see it with that peek. I play on Dolphin, and I cannot see. I just can't.
Depends on what you've got your resolutions set to, if you've got upscaling or not. But with upscaling, it's a lot easier to see for sure.
Okay, we're seeing. I think we're seeing Diamond Steps from Rick now.
Yeah, trying to get Diamond Step early. It looks like he slips in, even though the Octo spawned in, so very nicely done. First try. I imagine he swims to Islet after this too.
Yeah, that will be nice for him. Although, I doubt he's gonna go straight back to DRC with it. So
Yeah, probably. He's got all 3 pearls. You can take the Warp Pot back through Tot G
that's true.
with
That's
those
very
bombs
true.
he's got. Because without those bombs, there would be no way to open up that Warp Pot. But with them, he can't do that.
Basically, already have DRC cleared as well, so you can definitely just take the warp pods, clear the rest, and then take it back to clear Tot G.
Now, it then becomes a little awkward to find a spot to get back into Tot G, but I think you just have to do floor 1 skip at that point. Just have to come to terms with that.
Probably, yeah. Yeah, getting that leaf early for Jazz was pretty massive. See what Eastern Fairy has? Well, absolutely nothing.
He's not going to be doing the swim to Islet. I guess he's going to be going to Needle Rock to get to at least peek the chest, and then you can just jump on in, which is fine.
Yeah. Yeah, if you're gonna do Needle Rocks, or well, peak Needle Rock. Islet is one of those things that you can just do whenever.
Yep. I don't think that's anything, so Rick's just going to leave it, go to
Yeah.
Islet.
I think it was dead. And Jazz is going into Tot G.
Yeah. Should know that everything but Hop Across is out of logic, so should be just going at least for Hop Across. Maybe you get chest behind. You probably get chest behind bombable walls too. Then maybe you do floor 1 skip the left side.
Nothing in there.
Interesting.
Jazz is just deciding to do entirety of floor 1. Probably gonna... Well...
Got no way to get behind the statue. Can peek it, but...
Yeah, I was gonna say, he can't actually do it, right?
No. There might be a way. Clipping out of... I think there's a way with Leaf clipping out of bounds, but it's so niche. It's like a spoiler log strat, essentially. Because of how
I
niche it
guess
is.
we'll see if we'll see it.
Yeah.
Spiky here.
Hammer.
Oh.
Alright.
They sure hinted hammer.
Yeah. Still out of logic. All it would take is grappling hook and hop across here, and then that's it fully in logic.
He's going to...
I think Jazz knows that there's a small key in the Goals Room chest now, doesn't he?
Oh, yeah, that's true.
So he doesn't have to worry about that.
You're so right. That has to be a small key now, yeah. You're so right.
So we can fully skip that and just find the other small key elsewhere. which is pretty cool. Very nice clip there from Jazz.
Yeah.
See if he gets the leaf pumps here.
Well, we know hop across is something.
Yeah. Nice. Nicely done.
Damn.
Putting that leaf to good use. Whereas Rick kind of just has to wait out this water cycle. The water cycle will be a lot nicer for Jazz, I think. Maybe. Yeah, there we go.
Alright. Shard on hop across.
It's a key?
What?
Interesting.
How does that work?
So the entirety of Tot G is now fully out of logic, so what? We've got our bait bag locked checks then. So it's somewhere else in the overworld.
Oh yeah, I mean that just means that it's not path through the RC.
Yeah, the pearl
What the hell?
wasn't the path to go down.
Wait, what?
Or
Oh,
it's the
it has to be Big Pig.
we don't have power bracelets though.
Yeah, but I mean, power bracelets have to be somewhere then, because it has to be Big Pig, right? The only other thing we got on outset was a pearl.
Yeah. And unless there's something deeper in Tot G? No. Hookshot would put it. Hookshot or grappling hook. I mean, yeah. This is a head scratcher for sure. But looks like both runners are opting to do Cabana now. But we won't be seeing Leafless Cabana 100%. Not Leafless Cabana, Hammerless Cabana 100% because neither runner can even grapple into the entrance. But we will see what's on top.
Yeah, just gotta grab it. It is Go Ship Charts.
Yeah. Still out of logic at the moment. I think the longer Rick goes without those bombs, the more awkward this routing gets for him. I think he falls further and further behind. Because Jazz is now able to route in Bomb Island into BPR. Depending on what he does to get into BPR. He could store a platform chest or something. Or even do it vanilla, which I doubt we'll see, but...
Yeah,
This is a hell of a seed.
It is, for sure. There's some bullshit going on in this scene. Yeah, I very much doubt that he will do it vanilla.
We are seeing a new check here on Rick Schmidty's side. Jazz skipped over golf because he did Diamond Step early, which Rick also did, but then didn't have the leaf. So, something good here, then that could be very nice. Because when do you go back for that as Jazz? Pretty much whenever you get those power bracelets.
Yeah.
In Bomb Island.
Rick might have to just to hit vanilla, yeah. Delivery bag. Ooh.
That is interesting. It doesn't really do too much for us. We've got Zunari now open to him. We got Maggie's delivery reward, but it's not really what you're hoping for when you do an out of logic leafless or out of logic golf.
Definitely not.
Ghost ship
Okay.
either.
Go Ship dead.
At this rate, the runners will find all the wooden chests before they find all the spiky ones.
Yeah, you're right.
So yeah, Jazz looks like he is going to store this platform to get into VPR. We got the
Yeah,
bombs, we got the
understandable.
leaf. Fine. No
The
reason
bird
not to do it.
sucks. The seagulls
Yeah, it
suck.
does. It's really bad. Jazz, this one's to defeat all the enemies. Maybe he just doesn't want to deal with the cannons. To be fair, it's not like we play with lookout platforms on very often, so...
Yeah, no. They can become quite tedious. Although I wouldn't say it's the worst setting. There are way worse settings.
Yeah. Reefs. Big octos. Sorry, I got a cough.
Yep. Treasure charts.
Treasure charts are a big one. At least you know what you signed up for with treasure charts.
I'll still take treasure charts over reefs, to be honest.
Yeah, reefs suck.
I think reefs might be my least favorite setting, and that includes Savage Labyrinth and Sploosh Boom.
Savage is fun. As long as everybody knows what they signed up for, Savage. And it can be fun.
Yeah.
When you've got the items to deal with it. And you do the floor skips. So really, it's fun when you're not doing it the intended way.
I still have PTSD from a seed where you were forced to do Savage Labyrinth with Skullhammer.
Ugh, that is brutal.
And pretty much just Skullhammer.
Hey, look at that. Jazz did store a bomb bag. Is it bombs shot right up from like, what, 13 to 60? So that's a great pickup.
Let's go. And there is a spiky.
Shot.
There's a hoop shot.
So, Stone Tablet back in .g is now fully in Logic.
Oh no.
Also puts our hammerlock checks in Logic. Puts pretty much everything that we have back in Logic.
Yeah, that's true. Everything is in Logic again. Ah, it's awful. I hate it.
Rick Schmidty is resorting to storing Foolish Cliff Plat to get into VPR, which feels pretty bad. I don't know if he knows the storage strat where you store the platform. You get storage on Beetle's shop ship over at Forest Haven.
I definitely don't know that strat.
It can be useful in niche cases like this. You could also store top of Private Oasis, but with the way the runner's routed, Jazz could have left behind Bomb Island, so yeah.
Yes, we do have the Swift Sail in normal Wind Waker Rando.
Yeah.
As a
Makes
quality of life change.
Oh yeah. Saves probably 10 minutes alone. I don't know about that. It saves a lot of time. Everybody enjoys it. It's a win-win for the viewers, the runners, so... And we all get to go fast.
Yeah, there are a good chunk of quality of life changes that the randomizer has over the base game. Which is also the reason why I will never go back to the base game.
Exactly. Having to watch 30 minutes worth of cutscenes at the start of the speed? No, thank you. Having to watch the chest animation every time you open a chest? Nope.
Or every time you play a song with the Wind Waker, you have an extra animation as well.
Yeah. The game thinks, oh, you played the song? You get to play it again. So, I don't know why I thought that was a good idea, but we don't have that in in Rando.
It's actually the absolute worst. It's like a double whammy. Like we have the wind direction changing to where we're sailing, but the base game, you have to use Wind's Requiem, which also plays the extra animation after you played the song. Fuck all that. It's okay. So I'm paying very much attention. Did Jasnix go to Thorns?
He did. He got a heart container there, so there's... That means our
Okay.
progression is either Zunari or it's Stone Tablet in Tachi. Take your pick.
It's awful.
It is pretty bad. Jazz will have to go back to Outset and then sail the Horseshoe to get that delivery bag if he wants it, whereas Rick Schmidty, if he finds it here, then it'll be something very nice for him. You know, if this is like a bow or something.
And we still need to find our power bracelets as well.
Yep.
There's the pick though. Oh no.
Manenko is now open at Sphere 7 with the command melody.
Command melody that neither of our runners want. For commands. Yeah, that's our Taji hint, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, we do know that there will be something else in Stone Tablet that unlocks progression, so... Because Command Melody doesn't directly unlock a check all by itself. But it still feels pretty disgusting to get.
Yeah, it'll be Jazz's first pick though, and... I mean,
Command does give you mini-boss. That's right! Ugh, I don't like that. That's Sphere 8 Dark Nut mini-boss at the moment. Rick needs those bombs first, however. So we'll have to go back into DRC.
Alright, Jazz gonna get his delivery bag.
Depending on how the rest of the seed plays out, I think we may have a new contender for worst Season 6 seed. I guess we've got Minted Bear and ET, so it can't be that much worse, surely, right?
Yeah, you wouldn't think it with the originally when you read the hints that it would be a bad seed, but here we are.
Yep.
Oh well, Grapple is not guaranteed to be in. Actually, no, yeah. I don't think Grapple is guaranteed to be in DRC anymore. Oh, bracelets on Dark Nut mini boss. No. Stop.
Oh, Jazz still hasn't done hide and seek. Interesting. Okay, so he's gonna do hide and seek without the pick though currently, so we'll find one inside Lenzo's house.
Did he get?
I'm pretty sure he did door cancel. I think.
I don't know. I didn't see.
Let's see if he clips inside. No, he did not. Okay, so he will not be doing Lenzo door cancel.
And Rick has decided to go back to DRC.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't have anything else open to him without those bombs.
We're almost an hour in, we have basically got nothing.
Yeah, the seed's been very linear, and the parts it's been linear in, you have to go back and forth between great distances to get your items. Hopefully things will start to pick up, though. Given we've got leaf bombs and magic. Hopefully we can at least be able to get through rooms faster and enable more storage shenanigans.
Yeah, it's looking more and more like you have to do a Another touchy dip. Which, ew.
Yeah.
Well,
I
you
imagine
can...
both runners feels like they're very far behind at this point.
Probably, yeah.
With locations that they've checked. Jazz leaving hide and seek until just now was probably really scary. Rick just having to clear so much of the overworld because he followed his logic. Didn't get that leaf before DRC.
Yeah, there's just a whole bunch of nothing. I wonder if Jazz will go for Tsunari first or for Taji. We're gonna find out right now.
Okay,
He's
Tsunari.
going
I think
Tsunari.
this makes sense. Taji is a lot harder to get back into, so you want to, if you can find anything that helps you out there in Taji, then yeah, and you go for it for sure. Yeah, I think we're going to see Rick Schmidty clear up all the bomb lock checks that Jazz has already done. So
Did he already check the chest on Great Fish?
I
Oh
think
no,
both
he has
runners
hook.
did, yes. Jazz has been to not Horseshoe, Great Fish once before because he went to Needle Rock, beat the chest, and then Ghost Ship as well, I believe. So
I see.
Jazz is probably going to be just unlocking Lenzo's house. You've got that leaf and the magic, so you can get inside to the top part pretty easily. You don't have to ride the windmill up or anything, so fine with it.
Yup, and probably going to be very disappointed when he finds that other Picto.
Yep. You know what Rick Schmidty's going to be doing? Some more of Taji that we saw Jazz do already.
Yep. With that hook shot, they can actually get the chest behind the wall.
Yeah, which is not a key.
No.
Or, I mean, it could be a key, but we don't have any information on whether it is or not. It is not because of that key on Hop Across.
Yeah, very much shout out to the Sans model. It's a really good one.
I think Rick is thinking about doing the storage strats, trying to figure out what he's going to do since this is spiky. There's no way without storage to peek this chest as far as I'm aware, so we'll have to store this outer one here. Which is fine, there's a storage spot on the ledge.
Yeah, it's very easy.
Yeah.
And if the chest is nothing, then you can use the storage to do floor 1 skip, right?
Well, he won't be able to get back out if there's something behind the eye, as far as I'm aware.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll have to death warp if it was something, but since it's nothing, we can just save warp.
What is
This is
spiky?
something.
What if it's just a bow?
Just a bow?
Second
I wonder if you
bow.
can shoot the switch from behind if this is a bow.
Oh!
Wow. So a bow there, huh?
Logical fire and ice.
Yep, at the very least. So that lets Rick Schmidty do the rest of Taji.
Yeah. That's actually not that bad.
Yeah, it's a great pickup for him.
Which is something that Jazz is probably not going to get that fast.
Yeah.
Interesting. Rick, of course. Oh, he did hop across already. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Then you can't skip it. Jazz is going to get his shard on top of Headstone.
Yeah, I'm curious why he came here now. It's just, I mean, I
He
would
hadn't
think you'd
peeked it
route it
yet.
in whenever you're going. He hadn't peeked it yet? I swear he peeked it. Maybe not. Oh, no,
Yeah,
he
he
did
went to
Diamond
do
Step
Diamond
early.
Step.
That's right.
So yeah, he's just last locationing the entirety of Tower of the Gods.
Makes sense. It's fair.
Yeah, I don't blame him, definitely.
I think the worst case scenario here for Jazz is if it follows his logic and just ends up with the grappling hook. Because then that means something's in Cabana. All the tools we've been given. Which would really suck for him. And he'll have to come back into Taji again. So.
Well, no, he's just gonna do floor 1 skip.
Yeah. That rat is a
That is
existing in
not
a
good for Jazz.
different dimension, I guess.
Interesting. Alright, well. Happy 1 hour, we still almost
Yeah.
have nothing.
Happy 1 hour. We're probably going to make it to the 2 hour mark before we're done. Maybe.
I have a
You know what?
feeling.
I'll take that back. We've got Barren Earth Temple, so that saves a lot of time.
That's true. That's very true. Yeah. I would have given the edge to Jasor because of the early leaf thing, but now that he didn't pick up that bow, I would definitely give the edge more to Rick right now.
I think best case for Jazz, this ends up being a bow on Stone Tablet or something.
It's very possible.
Yeah. Jazz has done a more thorough overworld. He's got Bomb Island done, BPR, and Thorn Fairy. While they were nothing, if Rick skips them, he saves time there. But if Rick goes back to check them, that's more time for Jazz. So, we'll see.
Yeah, definitely. Alright, stone tablets. What do you have? I feel like at this point it has to be something, right? Well, I guess Dark Knight could also
Dark Knight
be
Mini
your
Boss, Sphere 8.
progression. Wow. Nope, there's our grapple. Back to Tower of the Gods you go. Fools. To DRC, I mean.
Interestingly, that puts into logic Forest Haven and Cabana. Jazz does not have Command Melody marked on his tracker at the very least. He should have it, though. We'll see what he does.
Oh, yep, going straight back to DRC and Jazz also, I think.
I think this makes sense. There's no better time than now. You're right next to the warp pot.
Definitely. You just go basement here, right? The warp pot.
I would think you would just save warp.
Oh no, of course you don't go basement. Basement is hinted dead.
Yeah, basement is hinted dead.
Never mind.
I think what Rick did was definitely faster than running all the way back.
Yeah, it is, for sure. Yeah, so actually, it's just Goma that you still have to do. Alright, yeah. I mean, makes sense. You just get it out of the way. Alright, so that does mean that Nehru's Pearl was our path to DRC. Can I just say I really hate the Sphere Zero DRC bullshit.
It's very tough to know when to go DRC and when not to. And I mean, a lot of runners will, leave it for last. But even in this seed, you leave it for last, but it's required, so
yeah,
it just feels really bad. I agree with that. Yeah.
I mean, logically, it's like a triple dip DRC, double dip Tower of the Gods, something like that.
Something ridiculous like that, yeah. I mean, we still don't have the rest of Taji fully in Logic at the moment.
Yeah, no, we don't. Because the bow is bow locked.
Yep.
Absolutely awful. Cabana and Taji mini boss. Yeah, because well, Small Island, I guess.
Small Island and the On Tree Branch are both in Logic at the moment.
Yeah, but On Tree Branch is a boomerang.
Oh, well, yeah, alright. We don't need that then.
Yeah, I'd say Cabana is a good bet.
Is Small Island dead?
Wait, is Small Island dead?
Okay. If we peek that, then...
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Missed that.
Synchronized Goma kills.
One cutscene apart. Jazz still does need to turn in the thing for Command Melody, however.
Well, you don't need it. Because you don't need Command Melody to...
In theory.
Dark Knight.
If we find something like a bow or something.
Oh, yeah, I mean, yeah, logically you're right, but otherwise...
And there's some storage strats you can do to get to the mini-boss without that, Well, no, we've got the means to cross the gap.
Yeah, you can cross the gap.
We don't even need to do anything fancy. We can just go, get the statue.
Just logically, you would need Command Melody for it.
I'm a bit surprised Jazz didn't do his save warping here.
Do Force Haven.
Or leaving the dungeon.
He's gonna go Cabana.
Deed was on Western, yes.
He's peeking a Small Island and probably going Cabana afterwards.
I couldn't tell you. I still can't tell you.
You need to be further away, Jazz.
Burning through a fair bit of time here on this peak. Looks like it's wooden though, so confirming that.
Yeah, going Cabana. Yeah, progression is in Cabana, but it could could just be a bow, and
It could. I feel like it could be a mini boss. Mini boss is fully in logic at the moment.
yeah, it can be.
There's no reason why it couldn't be, as far as I'm aware.
She for gore. Alright, Cabana. Let's see. What awful logic is the seed cooking? Very possibly a bow in either Cabana or...
Something spiky, a mini boss.
Yeah, that's a spiky. What is it?
Fire and ice, which is logically our first bow at the moment. Vanilla, first bow.
Oh my god, the seed is awful.
This seed is atrocious. Creeb is now Sphere 10, everybody. I'm guaranteed you also have garbage.
That's so bad. It really is awful for Jazz.
You have
There's a
something
spike
spiky
in
here.
Cabana.
Unless this is our first logical bow? No.
No to
Except
mom.
Oof. Getting bullied by the rats. That rupee keeps dinging. Anybody else see that? Am I crazy?
No, it happened. Oh, that's that. Alright.
We still have an angular to jaw hollow that's still unresolved. Could be, you know, something stupid like ear shield on Note to Mom or something. We still need that for what is presumably power bracelets inside there, because the peak was a tingle statue, which was foolish, so can't be the ear shield itself.
I think at this point it can only be power bracelets in Angular Cave.
Because we've got 2 bows in logic.
Yep.
Nope, nothing in Cabana then.
Wow.
Jazz has got to recognize that now he's got to go do stuff in TWWR.
Yeah, it's time to dip TWWR.
Meanwhile,
He's
Rick,
confused.
floating platforms, Shard, top of floating platforms, also spiky, so... If this is where all our items are hiding, it makes sense.
I think Jess not realizing that Dark Nut mini boss is in logic because he doesn't have command melody.
Yeah, I think he's ruled it out entirely on his tracker. Because of the hint.
Oof.
Feels bad, yeah.
Jess, you didn't misspeak anything. You just need to realize that you can have command melody right now. Okay, he'll probably realize when he talks to Coral.
It's one of those things where TWWR logic gets a little weird. I mean, in vanilla, you get command melody before that point. You don't think about it. You don't think about command melody unlocking the check all by itself. But if you look at the requirements for the item, it shows command melody as one of the requirements. So, we'll see if he pieces together the dots here.
Yeah, especially also, like any racer here in this bracket will basically never use command melody in Tower to Gods.
Yep, exactly.
Alright, I think he realized.
Yep. Fortunately, that did cost him a fair amount of time, where I think Rick has pulled ahead quite nicely. So, despite the fact that Rick's got to do some more overworld, he's got a fairly sizable lead in TWWR.
Yeah.
The Barren Earth Temple, there's not that much more of the seed to see.
So far, there hasn't really been much in Touchy anymore, right?
I mean, we got a Mirror Shield, we got a Shard, a Sword, so we got a fair few things.
Okay.
Point really, we just want one Shard, one Bow, Lights, and the Hammer, the Power Bracelets, which you know where they are, so.
Yeah.
We do have Vanilla Big Key, so
Yo.
take those.
Very nice.
Oh, Jazz getting bullied by the bubbles. These bubbles are the most obnoxious enemies in the game. You can take care of them with leaf pumps, but if you're not, okay, you have to watch out if
Ooh.
you're going for that ledge grab. That's why I kind of like to go to the side and you have the eye switch. You just land there on that ledge. It's nowhere near the other bubbles. You can't get bullied as easily.
Yeah. I usually just make a pit stop at the mini boss door.
You do that as well, yeah. Oh. Jazz angle is messed up. He has to go for boomer setup now. Accidentally throwing that statue. I don't know how the setup is with Sans feet because it's different than the normal feet, but alright, Jazz nails it, so.
Gets it very cleanly, yeah.
Oh, do not open do not open the door. Okay,
Oh
good.
no.
It's one of the worst things if you've got storage and you're trying to lift a statue over your head. Oh.
I have the slight feeling that Jazz's nerves are getting to him.
Yeah, I would definitely be tilted after this seed. It's been I didn't even know there's a coral trigger right there. That's the first time I've ever seen that. So
Yeah, I didn't know either. Alright. He's gonna find his bow now. And if you're Jasnix and you see that bow, you're not happy.
no.
Especially if you then go back down to floor 1 and get that chest and you see a bow there. You're even less happy. Here, enjoy your bow. So yeah, Rick does have a huge advantage now because he's just an overworld casino. And you only need one bow, one sword, and three shards? Which one we know, I believe. Is that true?
You just need
No,
one
we already
shard.
got the one we know.
One shard, one sword, one bow.
Yeah.
So that's all we
Oh
need.
no, yeah, he hasn't picked up the one on the headstone, has he?
No, he still has to get the one on headstone, so but he can get that whenever you go mode's Earth Temple, so he knows he can route that in together.
Yeah, so yeah, one sword, one bow, one shard for Rick, and then he's go mode.
I don't know if I'd call this seed the worst in the tournament thus far. I think Qual 1 still takes it here, considering how fast this seed has been. I say fast in quotations, but I mean, it's a minute 16, and we've just got a little bit of overworld and then dungeons, Earth Temple, so it's not as long as the slog that Qual 1 was, but it's still pretty bad.
Yeah. Also in Call 1, people were also still figuring out like routing for Season 6 and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And a lot of people were confused about the item hint.
That too, yep.
Shout out to Call 1. It was very fun to rewatch for me.
Rolled
Was
by
it Trez?
Trez?
Was it?
I don't know. It might have been. Sounds
Yeah,
like a
I
Trez
don't know.
seed.
All right. Nothing Trez touches remains sure.
Jazz needs to watch his magic here. Okay, good. If you go for too many leaf pumps there to try to keep your height, you'll just fall right in because you got nothing in terms of magic. In terms of magic
Alright.
refills, I don't know where he'll go to get one.
Um,
So that pot back in the main room, that's the only consistent one I can think of here.
there the pot on the right of the door to the statue here also has a magic.
Yeah, but that means he has to throw 2 statues across, which I guess is still faster than... Is it? Not sure.
Probably.
Probably, yeah. Oh, well, he's got the thing called soup as well. I think this is the first time we're seeing either runner drink soup. All seed.
That's also a thing.
I think it's the last thing on everybody's mind after the stuff we've just seen in this seed.
Yeah, very true. Going for the wizard rope skip, how you want to call it.
I think that will spawn the wizard bin because he hung down
Yeah.
on the ledge, so yeah.
You went for the low one, which I guess it's slightly faster, but is it
Is it?
faster with the wizard rope spawn?
Maybe.
I don't know.
You're moving more towards the check, or more towards the statue, so maybe. If the wizard is mean to you, then I could see it being not faster, but looks like the wizard didn't fire too early.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's one of those
We're fine.
probably negligible time saves, either way.
Yeah, probably. I usually go for skipping the wizard rope.
I think at that point it's just whatever the runner's most comfortable with.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Jazz's other statue's in an awkward spot. Normally you'd stand about there to throw the statue onto the other one. Balance out the weight, but
He got it though.
he did get it.
Rick is going to Ice Ring, which, yeah, Fire and
Makes
Ice
sense.
decks.
Yep. Get your Fire and Ice, and then you'll head down to Angular afterwards, get those power bracelets.
Yeah, yeah. Nothing. Oh, no, wait, that is spiky. Alright, last sword.
I mean, we knew it had to be Overworld somewhere.
Yeah, it's true.
The other stuff. I guess it could have been Hyrule, but... Case.
Yeah, that's also true. There could be something in Hyrule. That
Nothing
is
inside.
dead. Alright, power bracelets. I guess technically it could be Maggie's ladder that leads to power bracelets, but
It could be, yeah. Point you just brought that in with Creed, though. Call it a day.
yeah. I mean, you don't have a rush anyway. Like,
Yeah.
you know, Earth Temple's dead. You're just gonna go mode it.
So I mean, maybe even go outset into
Ooh,
Temple
he's
here?
going for the Claire strats.
power bracelets. Yeah, very clean. First try. So many wacky ways to get to this top Beam of Light here and Angular. Kind of crazy. And I feel like none of them were dev intended. None of the ones that we use that often.
Definitely not the pulling the block back.
Yeah.
Alright, it's just power bracelets. No funny shenanigans here.
Yep.
Which, yeah, we knew that. Yes, Momi, you're very smart and good at the game. Only half sarcasm.
Which half?
No
comment? Okay, yeah. Understandable. Yep, I agree. We are seeing Fire Mountain here. Interesting. Fire Mountain. We've got that. We've got Creeb. We've got Big Pig. And we've got Needle Rock. So it's really just a casino for lights plus a shard point. We've got Fido's mother male as well. No, we don't. We've already seen that. So it's just those overworld checks.
No, Jazz was only...
Oh, Jazz's
one
tracker
bow.
doesn't have the bow on it. But Jazz does have a bow.
Oh. Yeah. On the CSR tracker. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
One tracker has been sleeping a bit.
Understandable. The first 50 minutes of the seed were pretty snooze-inducing.
Yeah. So right.
Now we're finally getting some action, some hot Fire Mountain action.
Yeah, the tracker that you see on stream is not the personal tracker of the racers.
Yeah, the runners don't have any way to change these trackers, so it's just trackers themselves. Which is fine.
Classic Fire Mountain L.
Yeah. At this point, mostly L locations are remaining. Creeb, Fire Mountain, which you just checked. Needle Rock Cave is a pretty L location because it sucks to get back to. I think Big Pig's the only real cool one left. And we have Cyclos. Neither runner's checked Cyclos yet, I believe. So.
Kinda, yeah. Ultimon being dead sucked. Now it's just Overworld Casino. I mean, who knows? Like, the edge is definitely in Rick's favor. But who knows? He might get super randoed and Jazz will just go to all the right locations and Rick won't.
Rick still has more Overworld than I've listed off. Yes, he's still got Western Ferry. Let's see. I think he did check Bomb Island. I think that's the big one, really, is Western Ferry. But Western Ferry's only got that Cabana deed. He hasn't been inside Cabana yet, as far as I'm aware. Again, without that deed, there's no real reason to go, I would say. There's no real easy way in, so...
At this point, not now.
No. Not inside Needle Rock.
Yeah. Alright, Jazz picking up his sword. I mean, it makes sense. It's like the most logical thing, probably.
Oh, yeah. Definitely go here and then go down to Angular for that power bracelets.
Yeah.
Like Rick is going to be getting the Western Ferry. Probably a little disappointed that it's going to be a Cabana deed, which I guess he wants. At this point, you want it, but not exactly what you're hoping for. You're hoping for directly a shard or a bow.
You're fine, Jade.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. We're just poking fun, you know?
Yeah.
Big creep cycles and high roll is all we got. Are we gonna see? You know what? It would be absolutely amazing to top this awful seed off with a bow in Hyrule.
So most runners will end up, full clearing the overworld. Yeah. Honestly, if you find the shard, I would consider just going Earth Temple and then gambling Hyrule, maybe. I don't know. It's very tempting. If you feel you're behind, as I'm sure maybe both runners probably do, yeah, I could see it.
He's gonna go to Gabbana and he's gonna be very disappointed. That does give Jazz some time to catch back up.
Yeah, if Jazz skips out in Fire Mountain here, I think in terms of overworld stuff, he is all caught up? Question mark. Missing a sword. No, he's not missing a sword. He's missing a sword in his personal tracker. Jazz gonna be swimming.
What are
He's
you
swimming
doing?
to Headstone, maybe.
Well, maybe. Well, no. Why? He already got the shard on Headstone.
Just swimming to get there.
Is he just gonna go do Johala?
I think he might.
I don't like that play.
I think you route it in with Big Pig if you're gonna go do it. I think you take the warp, you do Big Pig, and then you do Cyclos. Or not Cyclos, Earth Temple. In any case, he is opting to swim. I don't know how the lineup looks for this swim. I'm sure he's done this before. He's got plenty of speed too. Oh, clean. Right up onto the beach.
Yeah, he's just gonna do Johala, which... I don't know. I feel like I would have cleared a little bit more and hoped that I get lights before then.
Lights for Valhalla make it very nice, yeah.
Yeah. It just makes the fight so much easier.
It speeds up the fight a lot, yeah.
True. If Big Pig is something, then this is a very unfortunate play, but we'll see. We'll see. Want lights in Hyrule. Yeah, we need our runners to suffer. You don't need medley.
Yeah, you don't.
You don't have command medley.
Jazz, you don't need medley. What are you doing?
Oh no.
Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. We have a throw in progress.
That also that
this
won't
is just
work.
Burning through time. I don't know what he's trying to do here.
Autopiloting, yeah, a little bit. Jazz, you don't need medley.
This is when the nerves start to get you, yeah. It's understandable after everything you've been through the seed so far.
That doesn't... Oh, okay, never mind.
I think it does. I think you do have enough height, but he doesn't need medley, so... This is...
missed the skill bump.
He's blowing away his lead that he had, I believe.
Oh no, Jazz.
At this point, you just store the transparent chest in the first room and just go straight through the entirety of the dungeon.
Oh no. Yeah, he doesn't realize that he doesn't need medley. That works.
Alright, we got Creed. Everybody's least
Alright,
favorite
Creed.
check. Piece of cheese.
There's
Hardwired
a
Creed.
shard. Alright. So time to gamble Hyrule.
Maybe?
Do Jalhala gamble Hyrule? Actually, I think. Hold on, can I see this on? You know what? Let me open like his actual stream. Maybe I can see it on there instead of on the stream. Okay, that's a bit better. Yeah, actually, it's a very clear path for Rick. He is doing Cycloss, and then after that, all he has left is Big Pig, kill Jalhala, and then go to Hyrule.
Yeah.
So yeah, his path is laid out for him.
As Jazz needs to pick Creep correctly and have probably Cyclos or Hyrule be the lights at this point.
Exactly. Oh,
Oh.
Maggie's ladder.
Maggie's letter. That's one more
another
check. Oh. Does Rick go straight back to Windfall with that Maggie's letter? No. Let's see. He is.
Ooh. He just wants to clear up his overworld, I guess. Which makes sense.
Yeah, you want those lights before you fight Jalhala for sure.
Yep. And at this point, he also only needs lights, and then he's in go mode.
Yep.
It's on top of Headstone, and he knows it's there. Because he peeked it earlier.
Getting bullied by the
Oof.
keys.
The keys are the worst.
Oof. Doesn't want to L target here because that'll cause the camera to go funky. So he has to either do neutral rolls or nudge the control stick, and both are a little obnoxious. But I think neutral rolls, Koala was telling me the other day, isn't too bad to do.
Okay, he has enough magic. Whew!
There's those lights for Rick Schmidty. So now Rick is in go mode.
They were on Maggie's.
Yep. If Jazz goes Cyclos after this, and then Jazz, no!
No, and he didn't
That's
open the
really
ward
fucking
pod.
bad. That's really, really bad for Jazz.
Now he has to. Well.
But I mean, what chests do you store to get back here?
Yeah. Good question.
Is there a clip out of... No. Surely there's not. He needs magic. He doesn't have enough magic for sure. Ugh. It feels so bad for Jazz.
No, you can't store a chest down here.
No, but I think that is the big key chest down there.
Oh,
It looked like it was the big key chest.
that would be beneficial.
He doesn't have a small key, no. So,
I believe transparent chest was
it was wooden.
it was just wooden. Yeah. Definitely, unless something awful happens on Rick's side.
I think it's definitely his game to lose, yeah. Rick
Yeah.
has a huge advantage here.
You don't have command.
Yep. I think he's realized it.
No.
There is a strat you can
I
do
also
to get this
didn't think
the switch,
about
but it's
it.
very stupid. I think this is just
Oh, Jazz.
Jazz accepting
It's
his
just
fate at this point.
tragedy after tragedy for Jazz right now.
I think we've seen Earth Temple just destroy runners this week. Gold Quiver get destroyed by Earth Temple, now Jazz. Feels rough.
Oh man. This is just sad. I think he's reluctantly going to pick up his command melody.
He may also get Creed and Cyclos here too. Maybe. We'll see.
Yeah, maybe. Where even is that command melody? It's on Minenko. It was
Yeah.
hinted.
Interesting that Jazz is checking Creed before grabbing Minenko. It was already day, so you could just gotten Creed or gotten Minenko's picture, gotten the command melody there. So he's gonna have to play another song of passing.
I won't lie, if I was in Jazz situation right now, that DNF button would look very tempting right now.
Yeah, I'd agree. Yeah. But, I mean, both runners probably feel like neither one got a huge advantage out of Logic just because of how locked up the seed was with the bows. So I don't know. But, I mean, you're an hour 40 in with a Baron Earth Temple. Maybe. I don't like preemptive DNFs because it just feels bad.
And yeah,
Once the opponent finishes, I think it's fine, but it's my 2 cents. Jazz will be getting the shard, so just one off from go mode.
I don't think I would actually click it, but I would be looking at it, you know?
Looking at, yeah, look at race time, saying, oh, just finish me off already. Alright, see, does he get Cyclos here?
Yeah,
He's
he
going
does.
for Cyclos.
Hold on. If he follows up on that Maggie's ladder, right from the get-go, then it might actually get close. Still.
Oh.
Currently in the leads, Rick. Definitely Rick.
Yeah.
Killed Jahala, well. Yeah. Rick always go first. It honestly, Jazz only has a chance if he follows up on this Maggie's ladder, and then, literally, if he follows up on this Maggie's ladder, then he has a chance because he can get the big key in the basement with his command melody, and then he'll be a couple minutes behind, which would be surmountable. But if he doesn't follow up on the Maggie's ladder, it's pretty much over for Jazz. Let's see what he does. He does follow up on Maggie's ladder. There is a chance.
Rick making quick work of Jaw with that soup he's got. Very nicely done. The reality of doing this cafe bar postman check is it takes, there's 2 cutscenes. Well, okay, it's really 1 cutscene and then to mail some stuff off, so it's a longer check than most people give it credit for. Usually that's why runners like to route it in with other stuff.
Yeah,
So,
it's pretty long.
he's got to do that and then go to basement as well, grab the key, and then go back up, probably through a save warp, so... There is go for Rick. Final shard, and go down to Hyrule and beat the game.
Yep. Which, he has... He has like a solid... I want to say...
4 or
5
5 minutes, maybe? Yeah, around there.
Jazz is gonna get his lights right now.
Yep.
And he has to sail to... Warp to outset, sail to Headstone, take the warp pod to the basement thing. Yeah, I'd say 5 minutes, maybe even more. So yeah. And, well, I don't really expect anything to go wrong in Hyrule for runners of these calibers.
Yeah. It should be
So.
fast. 7-8 minutes. Yep.
But we'll see. It's not over till it's over.
Ooh.
Alright, back in Earth Temple. Let's see.
Grabbing Medley for old time's sake. Tossing out.
Well, he will need to grab Medley again.
Yep. Hello, Medley.
Nice to see you here too.
I don't know if it's nice to see her there, but
Yeah.
we're seeing her there regardless, I guess.
No, he definitely did not know where lights were.
Yeah,
Well,
they could have been in Hyrule. They could have been Needle Rock Cave. There's a few spots Jazz didn't check. Fire Mountain. So he didn't have any knowledge of where lights were at that point.
if he did have the knowledge, then I
would
would consider that go.
Because you're going to start skipping checks in favor of following the progression.
Yeah.
Or following where you know your stuff is. Regardless, Jazz is in go mode now, so...
Alright, he is going into Joe Hollified. Not a lot of arrows, but should be fine.
Yeah. I mean, in theory, you only need 3 of them.
Very true.
You can use arrows to take out the ghosts, but with soup and bombs, I don't think we'll be seeing that.
Rick is going to enter. PG. Let's see how clean he gets it.
Going for the
Not
quick
get the
shots.
opening shot.
Up again, being a bit mean for him to back up a little bit. Gonna have to try and shoot underneath the leg here. Not quite getting it though.
Yeah, Bob again and forgetting the meaning of personal space.
Cool. Social distancing. Guess we're past that though at this point. In any case, there's shot 1, shot 2. A little low on magic, but we've got soup, so we should be fine. And shot 3. Shaky start, but finish it off very strongly, so nicely done for phase 1 from Rick.
Yeah, that's PG1 done as Jazz is in the cutscene of killing Johanna. Yeah, it's definitely looking very good before Rick right now.
Oh yeah.
Especially PG1 is considered to be the main struggle
The hardest
point.
part, yep. I agree.
Cool.
It's a single grip, not quite the double. Had the reset, so it was a good angle, just slightly mistimed it. But no worries. Plenty of arrows, got that extra quiver. Plenty of magic too.
There we go, phase 2 done. Oh.
Nice. Alright. And Pup again cooperates for that final third shot.
Yeah. Pop again and done. Time to head up to Ganondorf.
Gotta do our good old rope climb and then the grapple skip. Probably the highlight and the low light of runs, depending on who you ask. Back to back. I know with the Sans model, at least, the rope climb is always entertaining. This is about the time when you start to get worried and nerves start to hit because you're an hour and 50 into a seed with this dungeon set and the Baron dungeon. Start to worry a little bit because of how the seed played out for both runners. There's a lot of back and forth, a lot of dipping of dungeons. You start to worry, is my opponent going to finish staying second now? So that can definitely play a factor in how well you do grapple skip. But I mean, Rick gets it first try, so.
And
the
gets
fog
box
slide. Very clean.
Yeah, the nerfs are definitely building.
Soup should be a clean fight, though.
Well, that is the first set done.
Phase 2 just needs one parry and one spin attack to send it to phase 3. One jump plus one spin attack, sorry.
There we go. And
Zelda cooperates, so that should be GG.
nope.
Just kidding? Epic
Ganon
prank?
decided to say no.
Rick?
No
soup.
So talking about something going terribly wrong, right?
Third time's the charm.
About it here. Yeah.
GG Zelda's PayPal. GG's. Finishing the final time of what, 152.35-ish? Yeah.
Alright. That was something. What a roller coaster of a seed.
Yeah. That was pretty brutal, honestly. I imagine Xenu's probably gonna go hide after that.
Oh,
Yo, welcome on in, runners.
Welcome,
GGs.
runners.
Congrats for
one seed.
Yeah, congrats for enduring that abomination of a seed.
Yeah, it's definitely a contender for one of the worst seeds of season 6.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, the hints didn't lie. I did kind of figure out the hint stuff, like with where grappling hook was. I did kind of realize that, but
At least there were the hints.
there were the hints. It just the way it ended up being though with grapple on stone tablet, and then the reason I didn't get, I would have got that early, but I never marked keys on my tracker, so it didn't show up as in logic. So I was like, oh, I can't get that right now. So I did everything else, then came back, and I was like, oh.
That would do it.
Then I left again before getting the bow, and then had to come back when I ran out of checks a second time to get the bow, and then actually do the rest of my stuff. So I was just a bit of a mess.
Yeah.
The command melody also, like, because I didn't have that, I said I didn't like mark it. It said I couldn't do the rest of Taji, so I was like, all right, I can't do the rest of Taji. So yeah, that was a mess.
Yeah, it was very messy. I think we also saw you getting nerfs getting to you a little bit.
Towards the end, I'd kind of just given up. I was like, all right, well, I know Rick's probably just gonna win. And like when it got to like 145, I'm like, all right, he definitely like fucked something up really bad also. So maybe there's a chance, but like the whole ET thing was just like, yeah, I kind of had just given up, so I wasn't really paying attention.
That's fair.
I do not blame you at all. That was awful.
Yeah.
At least ET was hinted Baron. It could have been worse.
Yeah.
I do want to just quickly shout out how I got all 5 of my Tingle statues before I had a projectile. That was awesome.
Yeah, on the hinted dead Tingle.
Yeah, on the hinted dead Tingle, I had all 5 Tingle statues before I literally had anything.
Good stuff.
Yeah, any other thoughts on the seed, Rick or Jazz? Or game 1 even? We can talk about game 1 too if you wanted to. No, the
Game 1
viewers
was
didn't
alright.
see it. But
I don't remember too much about it.
that's understandable after the CG is played.
Game 1 would
Better
have been
than this
really...
one.
Yeah, I think game 1 ended up... I think it would have been really close. I ended up... I brought chest storage into 3 blocks, and so I couldn't get the check, and that ended up being my lights. So I think we would have had like a really close race if it wasn't for that, because I was going back for them when Rick finished. So that would have actually been probably close, but...
Yeah.
Other than that, then that seed was like very normal though. Compared to this one, that seed felt very like normal business.
Very true.
Yeah. Gotta love those bow locations as well.
Or Taji done, whereas Jazz kind of had to go back to Overworld, hoping that progression was there. Cabana.
That's a crazy bow spot.
Yeah.
At the beginning of the seed, I messed up the mother and child thing. I thought there would be a bow and western the whole time. I was so worried I would just lose from that.
Definitely
Nah.
starts to-
That ended up being nothing, I think.
It's like
It was
Cabana dude. yeah.
Cabana Deed, which Cabana
Ah.
didn't have anything, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, can I give a quick shout out to Cabana this seed? Because yeah, like I thought that was my salvation for a bit. It's like, all right, like I think 2 out of the 3 chests were spiky, and one of them like, all right, well, top of waterfall's spiky, I'll get that, and it was ghost ship chart. And then because I remember then the second one was note to mom mail. That was my last location, and then I just remember that was my second time running out of locations, and I'm like, all right, what is this seed?
Yeah, I honestly have nothing to add. It was just awful, plain awful.
Okay, I do want to also quickly talk about those pictos. The
Yeah.
Tsunari having a picto into the other picto being on Lenzo's, but like all Lenzo had was just a useless picto.
I think
Yep.
Rick did end up going for Lenza Door Cancel, because I mean, at this point, you were very low on locations that didn't take forever to get to, so I think
Yeah, I
that was...
really want that bow.
Yeah. Makes sense.
And seeds like this are why DRC will always be my least favorite dungeon.
It's very hard to know when to go DRC and when to not.
Yeah.
I agree 100%.
Yeah, I agree too.
Did we go to DRC at around the same time, or did he go way after I did?
I think you were about the same time in DRC, but you had Leaf
Yeah,
and
you
Rick
were
didn't.
pretty much
Ah.
shoehorned into was the thing. So you had bombs leaving DRC, which Rick didn't. So-
Okay.
That helped make Overworld a little nicer, but in the end, I guess it didn't matter.
Yeah, we did also have synced Goma kills.
Nice.
Both of you dipping back into it from the war pot in Tower of the Gods. So pretty funny.
Yeah.
All right, I think we unless somebody else has something else to say, I think we should head it over to Xenu.
Yeah.
Yep. So GG's to Rick and Jazz. Coming up, we have a bunch of Wind Waker because it's a weekend before the end of a scheduling period. So tomorrow, that would be Sunday, we have a triple header of Kick Caught versus Tubaman. And the winner of that faces our very own Alex.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jazz is going to go ahead and square off in the next round. I believe you're facing Jim and Rick.
Oh boy.
Yeah, and Rick, I think it's Rick versus Adbo in Winners Bucket Finals.
Who could have predicted
Oof.
that?
Yeah. It's no one, absolutely no one had that on their predictions. No one. But yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and send you guys over to the challenge cup race. It's happening on 2. Crystal versus the other Rick the Husky. That's game 2. It has just started off at a 4 p.m. kickoff, for lack of a better term. And we are gonna head you guys over there. So see you guys then.
Bye.
The race stream.
Yeah.
Bye.
Thanks for putting on a show and dealing with this shit seed.
Yeah.